Welcome back to VBuZZ with me, Ruben and Swarna, of course. And you know what I love the most about Malaysia, Swarna, is the fact that we are so rich with so much of culture. And when I say culture, I mean the instruments that we create as well, right? From East Malaysia to Peninsular Malaysia, and you know all the cultural instruments that have been created, and they produce excellent sounds. One of it is definitely the sape, and our next guest is a sape player who recently made headlines after he bagged 4 gold medals and 1 silver at the Bai Invitation only 21st Annual World Championships of the Performing Arts. Now, he competed against contestants from across the world who played all sorts of instruments, but this Sarawakian-born musician came out on top. Right, Saufi Yahya is the professional sape player we're talking about, and he is here today in the studio to tell us more about his big win and, of course, to enlighten us on the traditional string instrument. Hello, Saufi. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello there. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your big win. I mean, it's a huge, huge feat. Could you tell us about what the competition was like for you?
Well, the World Championship of Performing Arts, it's in Long Beach, California. It's held there. And we have around 17 Malaysians contestants competing there among around 67 countries.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of talent there. We have dance, we have music, and we have singing. We have variety acts. But wow, there's been like thousands of contestants. Can you imagine? And the most interesting part is there's a lot of different talents that maybe we never saw of, like some weird musical instrument.
Okay, like what, for example?
There's like a Japanese traditional instrument that looks like a typewriter.
Oh, wow.
But it's not just instrument for the music part. There's also like the performers, like when they're playing the piano, they won't be playing straight. They're like at the back, like standing, the violin like jumping here and there.
I would have loved to be there, Swarna.
Sounds like
It's a very tough competition, but well, it's a eye-opener for us.
I know.
We can see the talent.
Maybe you can enlighten our audience by giving them an understanding, or an understanding of what categories you performed in. Because there's a lot of categories, like you mentioned. What category were you in? Which gold medals for which category you won, and also the silver as well?
I entered the instrumentalist category.
Okay.
So I brought my Sape Sarawak. That's the instrument that I play.
I'm sorry, I said it as sape, so it's sape.
Sape.
All right, I'll get that right the next time.
Like a K at the end.
Yeah, it's like a K at the end.
All right.
So this Sape instrument is a plucked string instrument, competing with all other different instruments like the guitar, piano, violin, all of this. So I entered 5 categories. They are jazz, they are contemporary, they are open, there are original works, there are classical.
Wow.
Sweet.
So I bagged 4 goals for all except the original works.
Right.
So the original works, I bagged a silver medal.
He sounds almost like he's upset he didn't win that one as well.
Yeah, it's like 4 out of 5.
Give yourself some credit. Come on, seriously.
Come on.
But how do you, I mean, what was it like competing at such an international level? Really, you won. I mean, beat out all of those other contestants that you just mentioned earlier. And for you to take our traditional instrument to the international stage, that must have been a really proud moment.
Yeah. First of all, it's like I'm not going there for the win. I'm going there to introduce the instrument to the world. It's like it's an international big stage, Hollywood stage. So I'm thinking this time I want to bring a traditional instrument of Malaysia. Let the world see that Malaysia traditional instrument has a spot in an international level of performing arts.
And just hearing you say that makes me so proud, Swarna.
Honestly, but you know what the sad thing is? That not a lot of us Malaysians know what the sape actually is. Could you tell us a little bit about the instrument and the history behind it as well?
Well, the sape is an instrument from the Orang Ulu community from Borneo. So us, the Orang Ulu in Sarawak, they play sape since 400 years ago.
Nice.
And the story of it is the sape came out just because of to heal someone.
Right.
Wow.
So there's a folk stories about a husband and wife where the wife is sick. So the husband tried to cure his wife, he went to the jungle, find some herbs, went to the shaman, because there's no Panadol, there's no clinic, right?
Yeah,
so there's like, oh, this is a bad spirit, evil spirit in the body. So what he did is, after a few days, couldn't find any solution.
Right.
So he fell asleep under a tree, so he dreamed. So his ancestor came to his dream and said, play this instrument, ding, 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 and you can cure your wife. Right. So he woke up, he make the sape, and he play for his wife. Suddenly his wife cured, woke up. Then the whole village like, wow, what a mystical instrument. So it started like that.
That's how it started. But I'm kind of curious as to how you started playing the sape.
Well, I'm a classical guitarist where I learn my diploma in music. I will learn the classical guitar. So I was thinking, well, I'm playing a Western instrument.
Right.
So there's no sense of belonging for me.
That was
so
when you
I
played the
play,
guitar, right? Okay.
So I was searching if there's any traditional instrument of Malaysia that I can play. So there's one time I'm doing my internship in Sarawak Culture Village. That's where I saw an old man playing this instrument.
Right.
Well, this sape is actually played by the elders in the village, right? So I saw him play. I was like, wow, it looks like a guitar. It sounds like a guitar. Plays like a guitar. Why not I learn to play it? Because it's a classical guitar of Sarawak, right?
Yeah.
So I captured a video of him playing it, go back to my home and practice with my friends sape.
Wow.
That's how I started 7 years ago.
Fantastic.
Sweet, you guys. I mean, we did catch a glimpse of you playing earlier, and I must say, it is as healing gets. honestly, the sound is so soothing, and the fact that you play that well in 7 years, I mean, kudos to you, honestly. Yeah. You will get to see it in just a bit, but you know what? What kind of other traditional instruments does Malaysia have to offer that we might not necessarily know about?
As we know, the traditional music of Malaysia, wow, tons of variety, different states, different ethnicity. But each of the states, like Sarawak, for example, there's a lot of ethnic. There are Iban, Bidayu, there's a Melanau. So each of these tribes have their own music. So during my internship there, I learned all the music of Bidayu, Iban, Melanau, so there are Kerumong, Gendang, Bedok, Malaysian accordion.
But this is the question I'm actually eager to ask. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the show, Swarna, and how I want to actually pick it up. Okay, for example, you're a guitarist. You've been playing guitar all your life. You come across the sape, and I want to try it. I want to learn it because apparently it's easier to learn. So, tell me, how easy is it for a guitarist like me to just pick up the sape and be good at it like you, like after 7 years or maybe 3 years, maybe?
Because you're a guitarist, right? Trained guitarist, so you might know a glimpse of the technique of plucking, holding, but sape is not unlike the guitar. It has a different sets of frettings, different tunings.
Do I need to learn chords?
Sape is an instrument, picture this, sape is an instrument which play the melody accompanied by drones. Okay. So it doesn't have chords.
There's no notes, there's no chords?
There are notes.
Okay, notes there are, okay.
It's not like any Western instrument.
Okay.
But we can relate it to a scale, like Do Re Mi scale, a major scale.
As simple as Do Re Mi?
It's simple as Do Re Mi.
Wow.
Nice.
Now
definitely,
I know.
definitely
now,
go.
Now it's definitely
try,
a possibility.
Right?
Right?
But earlier you mentioned you entered into a bunch of different categories like jazz and contemporary. So what kind of music can you play on the sape?
Wow, sape. Because like me, I'm a contemporary sape performer.
Right.
So I would like to explore more, experimenting more. For this, I would say that sape is very versatile, that can play in any genres of music.
Right. And just
what is the most non-traditional genre of music that you've tried to play on it?
Wow, I try a lot. But most importantly is what the listeners want to listen. So a lot of pop songs. So,
oh, sweet.
Yeah, any #1 hit. We play it on the sape, and this might interest people.
And just,
for sure.
Just a teaser for you guys out there, and also for you, Swarna. When I asked him, when he asked, what song do you want me to play? As like a teaser for the recording of the performance that he did just now, he said, "Ask me anything. I can play anything for you." That's how good he is. What I mean? So yeah, viewers wait for that a little bit later on. But what sort of drew you to the sape compared to any other instrument? Like, you know, you picked up the guitar and you know, the songs that you like to play, like you say, the pop songs and all that, also sound really great on the guitar. You know, but why specifically the sape compared to all those other instruments that you had at the cultural village back in the day?
Sape produced a very soothing tone, and well, no one hits the sape. Let's say in 1 o'clock in the morning, you play the guitar, some people or your neighbor might say, oh, it's too loud.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you pluck the sape, it's like, wow, very calm.
Yeah.
I think I can sleep better. So something like that.
Kind of like how
so
we
it's very
felt just now.
soothing.
Sweet. But you're part of the KL Sape collective, right?
Yep,
Now, how
correct.
did you happen to come across other Sape players? Because you said yourself it was very hard for you to come across and find.
Yep. So eventually we have around 6 to 8 sape players who live in the Klang Valley. So we took this as an opportunity to form a group. That's what we call Kuala Lumpur Sape Collective, which is formed just last year.
Okay.
So our mission is to promote the instrument
Right.
and get into as much as event as possible and share our love towards the music of
Definitely.
Sape and culture of Sarawak.
How did you guys find each other?
Well, because we actually, this committee is very small, we actually know who plays the sape. And the best part, we have a WhatsApp group for it. So we know.
Cute.
But you know, this is the best part. You're also an instructor for those who want to learn it, who want to pick it up. You also teach. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yep. I formed Sape'star. Sape'star is a branding because last time there are no brands for sape.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's time for us to move forward and try to introduce to the world. So what Sape'star did is we do classes, performance, activity, workshop, everything related to uplift the sape.
Right.
So most of our activities like holding a sape hub in Kuala Lumpur. Currently, we want to form a sape hub in the guitar store, Kuchai Lama. So that's where everyone will go to that place to learn about Sarawak music.
Right.
So,
honestly, that's absolutely brilliant. I mean,
fantastic.
you want by you uplifting just the sape instrument by itself, you're doing a huge favor to our entire nation by bringing up Malaysian culture.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saufi. And there you go. I'm going to be one of those guys who's going to pick up the phone and give him a call. Or I'll speak to him right after
The
this.
guitar store, they're going to have lessons there.
And he said there's 6 to 8 of them, right? So now I want to be lucky number 9 or probably crack the top 10 sape players in Malaysia.
You guys, next week on VBuZZ, there are many misconceptions about women exercising during pregnancy, despite the fact that research has found that it actually benefits the mother and the baby a great deal. We get to the bottom of it with Dr. Kavita Arvind.
And a parent's natural instinct is to help your child when they're in need. But are you enabling them to become overly dependent on you? Think about it, right? We discuss how to let go and let your child grow up with parenting coach Zayed Muhammad.
And of course, remember to keep writing to us at vbuzz@astro.com.my and keep up with us on Instagram at AstroUlagam. Now, guys, since we'll be celebrating Malaysia Day tomorrow, we leave you with a taste of music from East Malaysia. All of the hype that we've been talking about just now as we check out a quick performance by sape player Saufi Aiman. This one is called Datun Julud. Happy Malaysia Day to all our viewers at home. My name is Swarna.
My name is Ruben. Happy Malaysia Day. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.